Hi, my name is Sharon. I'm 55 years old and I've just completed the 12-week mind-body transformation program at the Kettlebell Club. So when I started this program, I was probably at the lowest point in my life in terms of fitness and health. I've just come off an extremely stressful year and I didn't know how to start. I heard about this program through a neighbor of mine, and she spoke very highly about it, and I thought I've got to give it a try. I don't know what else to do. So really for me it was a lifeline I was looking for, and it ended up being exactly that. I kind of grabbed on. Didn't know what I was doing at the beginning, but thought just keep showing up, showing up, showing up. It was very reasonable. My mentality in the past had been go full out, no breaks, train, 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 pump, 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 diet, diet, diet. And this was something that I could do very easily. I could fit into my schedule. And so for the first couple of weeks, I just kept at it. I made some changes in my diet. I didn't follow a diet, but I know enough about healthy eating to make those changes. And a coach was available, Coach Tanya was available. And so within about 4 or 5 days, I started feeling better already. Probably from the nutrition changes. I felt less bloated. The exercise took a little longer just to learn a new language and a new choreography, but I felt comfortable immediately with the community, and so that made it easier to come back. And now I'm hooked, but not in a bad way, in a way that I feel so much better now. I would say, 95% better, and the only 5% that's left is I have to work on my sleep. I mean, it's a whole balance thing, but in terms of support, in terms of knowledge, and I work in a field where, it's a physical job, and I give exercises to clients, so I have enough knowledge to understand and to appreciate the knowledge, and the training comes from a place of expertise, and so that I felt right away. There is extremely close community here, which I love. I feel comfortable being a middle-aged woman, menopausal woman. There are a lot of women in the same boat, and it's so wonderful to find a place that's not happy hour, that's just like I can wear whatever I want, I have to wear clothes, I can wear whatever I want and be comfortable and just keep at it. It's very doable, very reasonable, and your goals are your own, so they're there to guide you. Everybody's coming from a slightly different place, and so I really appreciate that, because my story counts, it's important, and there's support for that, and also these moments where the reason it hasn't been working is because I haven't been really doing it right, so a lot of important insights in terms of the exercise and also the nutrition. So I'm at a really good point right now. I'm going to continue. It's been about how I feel. It's been for health reasons. The aesthetic benefits are great, but that's not why I did it. I really did it because I was feeling sick. I was feeling really ill, and I knew if I didn't do something at that point, that it wasn't going to get any better. And it was up to me to make that call, to make that first step, and I continue to make those steps with some great support. So part of the transformation is not only physical, it's a mind-body. So I know through the exercises I give my clients that if the mind switches off, the body switches off. And so you have to be aware. I love the mindfulness aspect to both the nutrition and the exercise. It's not about lifting heavier weights. It's about form, it's about posture, it's about breathing, it's about body awareness, and sometimes taking a step back. And the same thing goes for nutrition. It's not about, following a recipe, following a particular diet. It's about understanding when we choose, because it's always a choice, when we choose to eat something that's not going to make us feel good. How do we feel about this? To be aware of it at the time. And sometimes it's worth it. Like if my patients overdo it, I'll say, well, was it worth it? And sometimes it's worth it. And what I've discovered is I'm allowed to make those choices. It's just to be aware of it at the time. Coach Tanya really encourages the journaling. I've done it, and I was quite surprised at how revelatory, if that's the word, it was. Just small things, but rereading it is sort of like listening to that tape. And that can be extremely helpful in understanding what's going on. When I reread things that I write, sometimes it's like, okay, did I actually think that? You know, I wrote it, so I must have been thinking it. So to be aware of the stuff that might sabotage, and for everybody it's a bit different, and to play a different tape. And that takes, you know, you talk about brain plasticity, you've got to make new grooves in brain, and that takes consistency, awareness, and kind of repeating those new positive tracks. I'm 55, I don't know how many years I have left, hopefully a lot. I don't want to waste any more time with health issues. I want it to be, so I'm enthusiastic about the future, I'm feeling good, and I'm going to continue working on those grooves, you know, in the brain. And I'm very grateful, extremely grateful to this program, to Tanya and Luca, the community, my neighbor, for doing her testimonial and getting me going. And so I would recommend it to anybody. For the middle-aged ladies who don't know what to do, menopausal age, this is the program for you, definitely. It's very comfortable, it's at your own pace and no pressure, and it's a great little community, and anybody else who wants to try it. There is actually physical gains, you know, strength training. Today I think I deadlifted 68 kilos for the first time, and that kind of gain is awesome. So it's not just feeling good, it's sometimes we like the number. I don't focus too much on that, but it does feel good to see. And I've gained an inch back in my posture, so if you're short like me and you want to improve your posture, there's all sorts of benefits. So I measured myself, my height, and I got that inch back. So, you know, little things like that make it worth it, but it's really how you feel. So, great program and expertise, and I've tried a lot of things in my life, and this one is gonna stick.